Possibly not. I don't know where I'm gonna start the, like, YouTube cutoff. Because I normally don't start at the exact beginning of it. Alright. You know, I'll probably start the YouTube video, like, right about here. So, sorry, Andre, about your tongue comment. You know what? Maybe I can go back, make sure that gets on there, and then just, like, do a cut ahead. So we make sure we include it, but, I don't know if anything I said before was important enough to actually include in the video. But anyway, so to start off, we're playing Donkey Kong Land tonight. We're actually playing a new video game. Like I said, there's actually more, like, Donkey Kong Country specific content that I could have gone into. Like, there's lots of Japanese comics, but, I want to be as exhaustive as possible with all of the official Kremling materials, but I also don't want to do things that I feel like I can't do justice to, and when it comes to stuff that hasn't been translated from Japanese, I don't feel like, you know, unless in the future I can get someone to help me and, like, translate it for me, I don't think I'd be able to really, like, do justice to the story and how the story goes along with the art and, like, what's actually happening in it. Like, we wouldn't really be able to comprehend it, so, maybe we'll come back to that stuff someday, if it ever gets translated, by which I mean I reach out to someone and literally pay them to translate it, which is something I might do. But as of now, you know, we need to move on. Hold on a second. Okay, this is Splatoon music, but it also sounds kind of like the Minecart Madness music. I'm actually gonna put the VLC thing on here. I think it might help to show what music we're listening to. This really sounds like the minecart music from Donkey Kong Country. Like, I was tripping for a minute. Okay. I might not leave this on once we actually start looking at the thing, because it's kind of cutting off the corner of it, but... yeah, like, I know some people kind of do a thing when they're looking at content or, like, watching something that has no translation, and they just kind of, like, insert their own, like, oh, this is what we think is happening here. This is the story that we're making up, because we can't actually understand it, and that's, like, fun in its own way, but it isn't really what I would want to do for this project, right? It's not an accurate representation. Plus, you know, like, there are, like, machine translation options out there, but... you know, they don't do a great job, especially with a very contextual language like Japanese, where a lot of stuff is just kind of... The thing about Japanese is a lot of stuff is just kind of, like, contextually implied. Like, a lot of times they just don't use, like, pronouns and stuff. It's just kind of like, you know who they're talking about based on the context, but machine learning doesn't always, like, handle that very well, because it's not... It doesn't have an actual brain, so it doesn't know what's going on. So, yeah, it makes it a little difficult. This song is very loud. Hold on. Oh, I was supposed to do a sound effect. Hold on. Sound effect time. Alright, here's your DKC sound effects. That's, it's called Diddy Wait. It's like when Diddy's, like, scratching his head, right? Like his idle animation or something. It's a little underwhelming. Okay, well, that one was for soccer, I think, and then this next one will be for Reiji. Okay, the on guard charging up. And then this next one will be for Dreamer. Wow, we're getting all of the animal buddy random noises. Alright, well, that was fun, everybody. That was a bit of a letdown collection of sound effects there. Oh well, they can't all be winners. Oh Jesus, why is that? Okay, that wasn't actually that loud. It just seemed loud to me. Okay. Hey, Flant. Yeah, you know what? I respect this game a lot, but I probably will be complaining about it at the same time, but we'll get into that. Okay, so... I was talking about how we're done with DKC stuff, because although technically there is more we could look into, we do need to move on sometime, right? So, Donkey Kong Land does not have as much, like, extra materials associated with it I think when we finish the game, we'll be able to look at some, like, Nintendo Power stuff related to Donkey Kong Land. And we do have the novelization, of course, the wonderful novelization, and, I don't really know what else is out there. Like, there weren't a lot of, like, comics or things that are, like, specific to Donkey Kong Land, the way there was for Donkey Kong Country or even Donkey Kong Country 2, so our time spent on this game, like, overall is gonna be a bit shorter, but, I don't think this had GBC, like, sprite, like, in-depth colorization support, but I do know that a colorized hack has been made of it, which actually was made by a friend of mine, so if you want to, like, play this game in color where it'll actually be a lot more, like, legible and understandable, to look at, and probably easier to play because you'll actually be able to tell what's going on better, then that's out there. Of course, I'm going to be playing the original version, but I'll probably put a link to that in the YouTube comments when I finish this, but, yo, oh, Chunks music? Hell yeah. So this is what I'm going to be playing this on today, is the Super Game Boy, and this is what I played it on the first time. So the first time I played this was back in, I want to say 2017, because I was doing a series called Monochrome Mondays, where I just played a bunch of Game Boy games on Mondays, because I grew up with a Game Boy Color, and exactly 3 games. They were Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Silver, and Pokemon Pinball, and that's it. And that's all I had, and that's all I wanted. I literally never even asked for anything else. So I grew up basically, if it wasn't Pokemon, I basically grew up without a Game Boy. Like, I did not play any of these Game Boy games that other people grew up with, so I didn't play Donkey Kong Land, I didn't play Super Mario Land, any of that. So, back then in Monochrome Mondays, they played, like, Link's Awakening, because that's, like, one of my husband's favorite games ever, and I'd never played it before. And I played Super Mario Land 2. I actually didn't play Super Mario Land 1, just 2. And I played Wario Land 1, Wario Land 2, and Donkey Kong Land, and Donkey Kong Land 2. What's up? Okay, yes. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah. Yes, okay, yeah, alright, bye, okay, bye. Okay, bye. Bye. What? Bye. Okay. Speaking of my husband, he wanted you all to know that he bought me all of the Donkey Kong Land games. He's the reason that I have them, and he bought them for me in, like, 2014 or something, and I didn't play them until, you know, years later, but I did end up playing them. And in fact, I didn't play Donkey Kong Land 3 until, very late 2018, right before Smash Ultimate came out, because that's when I was playing all the games with K. Rool in it that I had not played yet. It was called Roolathon. It was like 5 or 6 games, and it was fantastic. And here's one more sound effect for Flant. That was also a bounce. We got the rattly bounce, and we just have like a tire bounce. Boink. It's good. Lots of bounces going on today. It is a good sound effect though. Very, very classic. So I did not grow up with Donkey Kong Land, and my first impressions of it were, I think it's like a little like hard to play. Like it can be a struggle sometimes with just the fact that there's not a lot of screen space. And it can be kind of hard to see like what's coming at you, and kind of hard to like parse what's on the screen sometimes. But I really do love, and this is not uncommon at all. This is a very like shared opinion amongst big Donkey Kong fans. But I just love how like weird this game is, and how it's got a bunch of unique stuff in it. And you know, Donkey Kong Land 2 is kind of just like all the same content that's in Donkey Kong Country 2, except really pared down, and just see, the thing is, if you're gonna make a like Game Boy version or a Game Boy counterpart to a SNES game, like, you know it's not gonna be as good. So I mean, in terms of like technical like prowess and stuff, so It just seems like a waste to just sort of make it have the same, like, archetypes and content and stuff. You should like, get weird with it, and do your own thing to, like, set it apart. And that's what Donkey Kong Land did. And that's what Donkey Kong Land 2 did not do. And Donkey Kong Land 3, like, sorta does it. It's kind of more middle about it. Anyway, Victor also wanted me to use the new Blue Sky, like, I'm streaming right now feature. So I'm gonna do it. Go live, there we go. Check that out. I forgot that this was a thing, even though I just was excited about it yesterday. Alright. Go live. You can set how long you're going live for. I'm gonna say we're gonna go for like at least 3 hours, so that's what I'm gonna put it for. Alright. There we go. Alright, I did it. Yeah, so I think that's enough preamble for now. I will probably have more to say as we get into actually playing the game, but yeah, I did not actually like 100% or 101%. I don't know if it's 101% in this game too. I'm just gonna assume it is. I didn't full complete this game back when I played it before, but I'm gonna try to do it now. So that's gonna make this take longer than it otherwise would. So we'll see how many. I don't think I'm gonna get through it tonight. We'll see how many sessions it ends up taking me. Yeah, maybe I can put Fedora Kong in this in this thumbnail. All right, I'm going to hide the music thing so we can take a better look at this. And yeah, let's look at the instruction booklet here. It is very green. And I do not actually own this instruction booklet in real life, unfortunately. I think I own the one for Donkey Kong Land too, because I have the whole box for that. But I think for 1 and 3, I just have the cartridges, so. Victor, what are you do not! Don't even think about it. Don't. Go. Go. He was gonna honk his horn at me. He has no respect for, like, the seriousness of the Kremling Kronology. This is really, it's really sad, you know? This is a sacred space. This is like a history lesson for all of us. This is like being in a library or like a college lecture, and he has no respect for it. He's literally gonna honk his clown horn at me. Anyway. Oh, he does. He just likes to troll me at the same time. Alright. Wow, the Nintendo seal of quality. Okay. So. The table of contents. The table of contents. Okay, first of all, I just want to point out that I like how the, like, numbers go along the shape of Rambi here. This is some actual good graphic design. It's not as good as the back of the Donkey Kong Country strategy guide, where the, like, paragraphs were fitted onto DK's cheeks, his butt cheeks, but it's good. I like it. Thank you for selecting the Donkey Kong Land game pack for the Nintendo Game Boy unit. Man, imagine if, like, Nintendo still said unit. Like, you know how they're always being like, you should play the Mario Tennis Fever game for the Nintendo Switch 2 system. But what if they said, like, the Nintendo Switch 2 unit? He has an actual, like, real bicycle horn. He was about to honk at me. Anyway, so, unfortunately, we're just looking at one page at a time here, so, the story stretches on to the next page, as you might assume. It says a challenge for Donkey Kong on the next page. This music is, slightly distracting. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Alright. So, it's time for the story that we all know and love, in case you don't know this story yet, in which case you're about to know it and you're about to love it. Yeah, I'm wondering if DKC Atlas was inspired by the Donkey Kong Land Atlas of this instruction book, but I think actually the DKC manual had, like, I don't know if it was called, if the, like, guide to the world itself part of the manual was called, like, the Atlas, but it did have a little symbol in the middle that I think said Atlas on it somewhere. Alright, so, Cranky Kong, aging video game pioneer and primate patriarch, swayed back and forth in his rocking chair as he harassed his grand ape, Donkey Kong, and his little buddy, Diddy Kong. I like that he's, like, harassing them. Also, I wonder if, Dan Owsen, or Dan Owsen, however you're supposed to pronounce it, wrote this too, because I actually don't know, and I would kind of assume that he did, if he was, like, writing the manuals for DKC 1 and 2, that he would also have done this one, but I don't know, maybe they just got someone at Rare to do this one. Gonna ask Hyle if he knows and put in the info into the YouTube video. Okay. Well, I've got to admit, your last adventure was a bit more successful than I ever thought it would be, he jibed. Of course, put a few fancy graphics and some modern music in a game and kids will buy anything nowadays. Donkey and Diddy tried to discreetly cover their ears as they stared out into the jungle surrounding Cranky's cabin. The old ape continued his taunting. By the way, they are not, like, discreetly covering their ears at all. They're not, like, trying to be, like, sly about it. They're just, like, standing there like, shut the fuck up, old man. Back in our days, understand, we had an extremely limited color palette to work with, and we still made great games. No way you could duplicate that feat today, Donkey my boy, no siree. Cranky had been going on and on like this for what seemed like hours, and Donkey Kong finally had enough. You know, DK, you can just leave. You don't have to stay there on, like, Cranky Kong's porch. If he's been annoying you for literal hours, you can just hit the bricks. You can get up and go. Kong! The legendary Kong, he's here. People like Donkey Kong Country for more than just the fancy graphics, you old coot, he snapped. The number of colors, the resolution, it doesn't make a difference, it was just plain fun. Yeah, and we worked hard fighting K. Rool and his goons, Diddy chimed in. Both he and Donkey Kong still had the bumps and bruises to prove it. Like, wow. This must be like a week after Donkey Kong Country took place. That or their, like, bruises heal really slowly. Cranky nodded his head knowingly. The two youngsters had predictably risen to the bait and swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. Ah, you've fallen for my bait. Cranky is a master troller. He's just baiting them. Hi, Jero. Yeah, they should drop another boombox on him. So you're saying that an adventure like your last one would be a success, even on an 8-bit system like Game Boy, for example, Cranky said slyly. Just imagine him doing, like, the Grinch smile. That's right, DK exclaimed without hesitation. Diddy joined him in accepting the challenge. We'll even let the Kremling steal a banana horde again, and this time we'll get it back on Game Boy, Diddy boasted. Hey, a golden opportunity to get out of DK's ridiculous guard duty training, he thought to himself. I'll believe it when I see it, Cranky scowled. I'll call old K. Rool and arrange everything. You'll wake up tomorrow without your bananas. It's so good, I just... yeah! No, that's his, that's like... Okay. So, fast forward, Bonanza spoilers. I kept talking about the fact that, like, I bet Cranky calls K. Rool a lot, you know, I bet they just chatted up. And one day he just stopped answering, and he just stopped answering, and he never picked up, and he never picked up ever again. And Cranky got worried, and that's why he went on his journey with his shovel to the center of the earth. He sure was obsessed with K. Rool. He sure had a lot of things to say about him, which could have also applied to Void Kong, but actually didn't. And he sure had many, many different observations about him. He sure had that guy on the mind, and would have literally dug to the center of the earth to find him. Just things to think about, you know. Anyway, Donkey and Diddy looked at each other, realizing they'd been set up. This time, the Kremlings will hide your bananas in all new places around the island, Cranky continued gleefully. I'll tell the king to spare no expense and bring out some new tricks and foes for you, too. No more cushy adventuring for you two, no siree. Donkey could barely contain his anger. He was hoping he could just loaf around the treehouse tomorrow, after all. The banana bowl was on, but he wasn't about to let the old ape get the best of him. Okay, what do you think the banana... Like, you'd think it would be football, right? But, like, what do you think? Do you think the banana bowl could be some, like... I don't know, like... Maybe it's kickball, you know, like they play in Banjo-Tooie. Like, that's that's what the Banana Bowl is. It's like the Moles versus Jinjo's kickball game. Yeah, the new foes and questions. Pigs with wings. Flying pigs. It's a banana eating contest. Bring it on, old ape, bring it on, was all he said as he stalked off to the treehouse. He was going to get some sleep for the adventure ahead. Okay, you know, DK's mad at Cranky, but Diddy is the one who, like, literally kind of suggested this, because DK was just like, yeah, we could do it. We could do it on the Game Boy, sure, whatever. And Diddy is the one who's outright like, yeah, why don't, you know, the Kremlings can just steal the bananas again. Just let them do it. So anyway, this story's great because it's, like, the most fourth wall breaking thing of all time. It's just, like... You know, if you consider that this game is canon to the Donkey Kong timeline, then the Donkey Kong characters, besides even just Cranky himself, have, like, a stunning amount of awareness about the fact that they are video game characters, and I love that. I mean... Donkey Kong 94 must be, like, more just, like, the untold story of Cranky Kong that had been untold up until that point. He must love that game. It's like, hey, more of me, you know? Alright. So, Diddy Kong is getting chopped in half here, unfortunately. I feel like I don't really need to, have these buttons explained to me. I can figure it out, but... The screen in Donkey Kong Land is nearly free of scores and other video game clutter. Now here's that again, you know, they're very proud of the fact that it's not taking up your screen space with the UI stuff, which is extra important on the Game Boy, because you do not have a lot of screen space to work with. But it is kind of interesting that your extra lives are always shown at the bottom. That much I do remember. They're always down there, and they're like apples, I guess? I don't know, they look like apples. You know, maybe that's where they got, like, apples being health in Bonanza from. I never really thought about that. There's so many different ways that, like, health has been represented in DK. You got apples, you got, like, watermelons. That's pretty much it, I guess. Like, they're balloons, but, yeah. Monkey moves. Donkey and Diddy Kong can both jump. Good for them! I'm so happy they can jump. They are platformer characters. This is their basic technique for avoiding obstacles and defeating enemies in Donkey Kong Land. If you jump on tires or off enemies, you can jump a bit higher. Not every enemy can be defeated with a jump attack. And the roll cartwheel, the classic DK in his fetal position artwork makes a return again. The roll. These are Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong's alternate attacks. Donkey Kong's roll will bowl over most foes, as well as Diddy's cartwheel. Both Donkey and Diddy are expert climbers. They can swim, alright. Map screen. Wait! It actually... they actually have... This is an instance of them just calling Donkey Kong Kong in the actual, like, official game materials instead of just, like, Nintendo Power or the previews or whatever. I never noticed this before because I didn't have the context for it, but, see, when it says Kong's progress, I wonder if it means, like, both Diddy and DK. It could have been, like, the Kongs, but, yeah, some of the locations on the map are shortcuts that'll transport you to another part of the map, so watch Kong's progress closely. There's, like... I don't know what it means by that. Do they build in, like, you know how you can press buttons on a certain part of the map, like, and it'll take you to Orangutan Gang in Donkey Kong Country? Is there, like, more of that stuff here? I don't really know what they mean by this. Yeah, so We were talking about this when we were, like, looking into Nintendo Power previews and also the, like, Donkey Kong Country Exposed video, but there was, like, a major thing of calling Donkey Kong Kong before the game came out in, like, the press materials and stuff. And I think they, like, pretty much 99% moved away from that by the time the game actually came out, in which you only ever hear him called, like, Donkey Kong or Donkey, because I guess they decided that was, like, they couldn't really crib King Kong's thing. Like, when you just say Kong, that kind of belongs to King Kong. You can't just, like, take that away from him, so Donkey Kong has to be Donkey Kong or DK or whatever, but this one slipped through. It slipped through the, like, marketing Bible change, you know? Yeah, it really was. Dan Owsen loved calling him Kong. Wait, so it says to get 100% in the game, so maybe there is no 101%. This one's just 100%. I love this art, though. I love, like, Diddy petting Espresso on the head. It's one of my favorites. Sometimes a boulder will block your path on the map screen, but unfortunately Chunky Kong is not here, so you have to find a bomb to blow it up instead. Wait, this is where DK's... He should have brought his backpack with his little explosive barrels inside. Come on, Donkey Kong, why didn't you bring your backpack? We got another espresso. Wait, I guess was this just the spread? And, like, you can see, this is like Winky back here, but Winky just got cut off. You can just see a partial Winky, but he's not actually. Poor Winky. Yeah, so one of the big things about this game is if you want to save, right, there's no candy, you gotta find the Kong letters, and then you're allowed to save, so it's a little, might be a little annoying sometimes, but, you know, maybe sometimes less annoying, because you don't have to, like, reach the save. You just have to, like, you know, if you find... You could save after every level, as long as you get the Kong letters. Yo, he's doing the trilinear bitmap interpolation pose. Whatever it was. I don't know if you need the Kong letters for 100%, actually. That's a good question. I kind of feel like I should try to find them all. But I think it's just bonuses? I don't know. Alright, barrels, buddy barrel. That's what they're calling the DK barrel, is a buddy barrel. Lots of, terminology that hadn't been quite, like, nailed down yet. Using the select button, you can switch to your friend during the game. This will not work in every situation. That's ominous. Like, sometimes no help will come. I'm sure there's just places where technically, like, you wouldn't be able to swap out for whatever reason, like if you're on, like, a really small moving platform or something like that. Yeah, no one's around to help, exactly. Yeah, there we go, thank you. And yes, these famous, like, weird portal things. End of stage. The goal! You did it! Get ready for the next level! The Kong tokens, I know it's really hard to see because it's so small, but DK's face on them looks very, very strange. It's like a very simple... We got front-facing Rambi again. These are the only two animal buddies in this game, I guess, which is why they put Winky in, but you can only see his foot. They had to, like, crop him out. Poor Winky. He's like, I made it into the manual, guys! Alright, earning 1-ups. You know, same as normal. Am I crazy, or, like, banana bunches in DKC are only, like, 5, right? Am I they're worth 10 here. I thought they were 5. Like, normally in the yeah, okay. I was, like, second guessing myself. I was like, aren't they 5? They made them 10 in this game just to make them extra good. Yo, it's Miss Calamity. There she is. Alright. King K. Rool's gang of Kremling comrades, spelled with a C. A little bit of missed opportunity there, but like I said, they were still working stuff out. They've scattered Donkey Kong's bananas in all new areas of Donkey Kong Island. While some of the areas may look familiar, the layouts are totally different. Plus, there are many all-new locations, like the best Kremlantis. We will be talking a lot about Kremlantis when we get there, obviously. Huge for the Kremling lore. Absolutely super important. But, you know, this gigantic complex of ancient ruined temples is almost completely submerged. That means that there are plenty of chomps and other biting fish swimming about, waiting to try and take a piece out of the conchs. And this poor mini Nucky's head has been cut off. Yeah, maybe, you know, it's because Radley kind of came along and just completely stole Winky's thing. But maybe Winky will get his recognition again someday. Alright. Of course, Big Ape City, also iconic. Travel by Zeppelin. Oh no, the Kremdenberg. Okay, we're not gonna get ahead of... We can't, like, get too far ahead of ourselves and talk about stuff from the novel. Because we haven't gotten there yet, but we might, because it's... If you were around when we read the novel earlier in the year, it's very unforgettable, but... See, this is interesting because it's Donkey Kong's favorite stomping ground, Big City. They call it Big City here, even though it's also called Big Ape City, so it's just... Sometimes they just leave the ape part out, you know, the ape part is kind of optional. The sight of that familiar skyline might bring back fond memories, but don't waste your time sightseeing when there are Kremlings around. Yeah, why are you fucking sightseeing at the buildings? You could be sightseeing on the Kremlings, that's what I'm saying. Take a look at those guys. So this is really cool, and I didn't ever realize this. You know, I had some vague awareness of this game before actually playing it. I had never, you know, played it until I was, you know, well into my 20s. But I did not realize this was the origin of, like, pirate ship levels in the Donkey Kong series, because this game came out before Donkey Kong Country 2, and it actually sort of previewed having, like, actual Gangplank Galleon levels, which is really neat. His leaky old ship is crewed by his kooky Kremling accomplices. The Kongs will need to climb the rigging and seek out the bananas stashed there. So yeah, you get a little bit of Donkey Kong himself actually getting to have a little fun on a pirate ship, which he doesn't get to do in Donkey Kong Country 2. Yeah, Big Ape City is the old Donk City. It just kind of makes sense, you know? Yeah, it's Big City in DK94, so they're definitely kind of implying it's the same place. But they also wanted to make it their own a little bit, I guess, so they're kind of sneaking the ape part in there. I like this side-facing slipper. Chimpanzee clouds. At the peaks of some of the highest mountains, Donkey and Diddy will venture into the clouds for sky-high adventure. Despite the fact that these levels are at the peaks, they are not peak because these are the worst levels in the game by far. I remember that much, that anytime it was a cloud level, it was like, we're in for some fucking bullshit. These levels are awful, so I'm not looking forward to those. You know, I literally never thought about, like, Big Ape being like a big apple pun. It is kind of close, so it was probably intentional, but that is, yeah, it's a little bit of a stretch. Alright. Oh. Wow, we've just got the, like, these are just all the levels. You don't need to spoil this for me. We'll figure this out when we get there, you know? This is just more Donkey Kong Land music because my VLC is just psychic sometimes. It's listening in on me. Yeah, we don't need to see all the levels right now, you know. Yeah, there's only 4 worlds, I guess. This game seemed a lot longer to me when I played it for the first time. It's really not that long. I remember I was listening to a conversation about this game that I didn't get to finish, and Jeff, my dear friend Jeff, was talking about it, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, you used to just beat this game with, you can beat the whole thing without even saving, it's really short, and I was like, it didn't really seem that short to me when I first played it, but also, you know, I wasn't familiar with it. But like most Game Boy games, you know, they could probably be beaten with, like, if you were good enough at them, if you played them enough, you could probably beat them, you know, before your Game Boy's batteries ran out on a car ride or something, or a long road trip. Alright, sound effect time. It's been a while. okay. You know, it's cute. It's a neek. It's a little squeak. It's at least more than like a random bouncing noise or whatever. It's at least an animal noise. It's cute. Alright. I do like the background claptrap here. It's very good. But, you know, we're not talking about the claptraps right now, even though he's there. Because we're talking about the new baddies, alright? The new guys. Because King K. Rool has pulled out all the stops for this test of Donkey Kong's courage. Check out some of these new enemies the Kongs will face. Yeah, he pulled out all the stops. He got the flying pigs. He got, Do you think that, like, Troff is one of these guys? And he just lost his wings because he's too big, so he wasn't, like, able to fly anymore? Because the whole thing with him is that he's, like, so big and you have to, like, make Scoff bigger to counterbalance him. So do you think he just, like, his wings fell off because he wasn't using them anymore because he was too big to fly? You think Troff is just a hogwash? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pigs out there in the wider Donkey Kong verse. You know. Flying pigs? Something's not kosher in Donkey Kong Land. Like Neki, these is it porcine? Is that how you pronounce that word? Like the soft C? Well, these porcine pilots patrol the airways and always seem to violate Kong's airspace at inopportune moments. I don't know why this seems to come up so much when I'm reading all of these things, but I feel like every session I run into at least one word where I'm like, this is one of those words I only have ever read and never hear pronounced out loud, and then I get to it and I don't know how to pronounce it. Porcine. Okay, so at least I was correct about the way you pronounce the C. I can live with saying scene instead of sign. Porcine. Nemo is a large shell-dwelling creature that chases down Donkey and Diddy when they're underwater. I like how many zingers they put all over this page, too. Like, also zingers are here. Don't you forget it. Look at, they're like all the same model, too. It's just like, there's bees everywhere. Okay, first of all, that looks like an upside-down, like, poop, but we're gonna get to that in a minute. We gotta look at Fangfish first. Fangfish has nice lips. This fish could give you a nice, luscious kiss. It's kind of, you know, just lips emoji. Okay, first of all, I don't remember this enemy at all. Like, I know they must exist in the game. Is this like a boss or something? I literally don't remember the Fangfish, but I guess they're there. This must be the one that got away. Some of the new aquatic enemies are even bigger than Chomps, the ape-eating shark. Are these fish bigger than Chomps is? It's kind of crazy. Well, we all love zingers. That's why I put one in the background of this, you know, the background thing that's scrolling by. I don't want to know whose giant shits this is. Yeah, just leave me in ignorance. That's one part of the Kremling lore I don't need to know. But first we gotta talk about Hard Hat. This mole's on patrol, looking to dig the ground out from under Donkey's feet. He's in charge of the Mad Mole Holes. The Mad Mole Holes. And then we get to the poop finally. Swirlwind warning. The swirlwind can either help or hinder Kong's progress, depending on how you approach it. Jump on top, and it serves as convenience of a bit squirrely moving platform. Approach it from the side, and you'll be damaged by its windy vortex. Okay, I know they had limited colors to work with in this instruction manual. It's all kind of weirdly Virtual Boy-esque. It's all red and, you know, shades of red. But, like, they could have not made it so brown, right? They could have made it, like, red or like, maybe even just monochrome. They could have just made it black and white. They didn't need to make it brown. It looks like a poop. Yeah, we got mad mole holes on this page. We got giant poops. And you know what? I don't like gross out things, and I don't like saying that things look like a poop if I don't have good reason to say so, but it looks like a poop. It looks like a poop emoji. Blood Whirlpool will be sick. But let's move on from that because I don't want to look at it anymore and get Cranky's advice. Think I'm gonna give you any advice? What's the matter? Can't handle the heat. You're on your own this time. What? Oh, come on. Stop your sobbing and come tell old Grandpa Cranky all your problems. Extra lives are your key to long-term success. Earn as many as you can in the early levels, as you'll need them in later levels, trust me. Alright, he's giving me, like, the most basic... Kay loves these shit. Oh, no. He's giving me the most basic advice of all time. He's like, why don't you get some lives, idiot? Don't forget that you can't jump attack every enemy and expect to be successful. Some are immune to that kind of treatment. Likewise, not every enemy can be defeated with a roll or cartwheel. Yeah, don't roll into the poop. Take it slow when you first explore a level. Some of the enemies are pretty well camouflaged and might be hidden, waiting to spring out at you. Yeah, that's their excuse for how some things in this game can be kind of hard to see. Hard to differentiate from the environment. Speaking of hidden, look out for ways to get to secret bonus levels. No, I'm not going to tell you where. My final piece of advice is, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And if you don't succeed then take up an easier hobby, like knitting, for example. Man, I've been tempted so many times, Cranky, you don't even know. I'm like, what am I even doing in here? Streaming video games. There, that's all the help you're gonna get. Now get out there and stomp some Kremlings. Sheesh, back in my days. Enhancements! If you have a Super Game Boy adapter, you can play Donkey Kong Land on your TV through your Super NES. Not only will this make it easier to see the details of the fully rendered graphics of the game, you will also get a more varied color selection and a fully rendered screen border. Okay, so I don't know... I mean, I know this has, like, some built-in Super Game Boy, stuff, like the border, but I don't know if they, like, really edited the colors for it, or if it's just one of those things where it's, like, you can put the monochrome of it into, like, different palettes, you know? We'll see. Yo, this last page is upside down. I don't know why. Alright, well that's just about perfect, because all of our yapping at the beginning and looking at this manual has taken us just about to our first ad break. So we'll go ahead and do that, and when I get back, we will actually start the game and get ready to see me struggle. So I will be back in just a minute. Okay, I just had to make sure I had my thing on the right channel for the Super Nintendo, because I didn't remember which one it was. I mean, to be fair, if you ate that many rotten bananas, you'd be taking some tornado poops too, I'm sure. But I don't want to think about it, you know? I don't need to know that much. I don't need to know everything. There are some things that are kept private for a reason. Hello. Alright, let me get my controller and then we'll get going. Did it really go straight from one, like, rainy Animal Crossing song to the other? I drew that once. I drew it once, and it was specifically for a joke for a friend. That's the only reason. I'm actually moving my SNES a little bit so it's more accessible for me to, like, reset it and stuff. Just a second. Oh, no problem, Amy. Yeah, it is annoying that I have to run ads every hour, but, like, the nice part of it is, it encourages me to get up and take a break, which, you know, for many years of streaming, I would just stream straight on for hours and hours without taking a break until I absolutely had to go to the bathroom or something. So it's nice that there's kind of a built-in system that, you know, I'll stop streaming for a few minutes while the ads run, and in that time take a mental break for myself, get up, go to the bathroom, get some more water, whatever I need to do. I'm not the one who said that that was K. Rool's poop, okay? It's not. It's... I don't know whose it is, but... I mean, I guess I did, but I'm not the one who said it first. Moving on. Let's actually play this game. I'm going to turn the music off. Alright. I need to actually put this back on. There we go. And alright, let's do this. I have my rare hoodie on the... You know what? Hold on a second. I wonder if there's a way I can set this up so that it's like visible behind me, like the rare logo. You probably won't be able to see it because I'll be like blocking it, but maybe every now and then if I move a certain way you can see it. There we go, look. My rare throne. Check that out. Okay. You know, it kind of looks like it's cut off at the bottom, but that's just like how it actually looks on the screen. There's no sound. Why is there no sound? Oh, I had muted it at some point for some reason. We gotta restart now. True. The rare chair. It's kind of funny that they were like, oh, play it full size on your Super Nintendo, on your CRT, but, you know, a significant amount of the screen is just taken up by, like, the border. It's like, not even, like, the game takes up the whole screen or anything. I don't know, I guess they, like, had to do it that way for some reason. I don't know. Just something about, like, they didn't want to blow up the sprites too much or something. I don't know. Yeah, I actually have to, like, contort my spine into the shape of the Rareware logo to, just match with it. Yes, we are playing this on the Super Game Boy on my actual Super Nintendo. So this title screen theme is, I also made this for Donkey Kong 64, and I'm, like, really proud of it, actually, because I had a lot of fun with it, trying to, like, imagine how it would have been interpreted in DK64's sound font with, animal sound effects and stuff like that, so I had a good time with that one. Check it out. And I want to do more music for this game, because I really like its soundtrack, but it's just difficult when you have to, like, bring 8-bit music into, like, an N64 sound font, and you have to just decide what instruments you're going to use for everything. So there can be, like, a little bit of, like, decision paralysis going on with, like, does this sound better? Does that sound better? Because you don't have a reference point for, I'm just going to try to get it sound as close to the original as possible. You have to use a lot of creativity, so I guess I don't know how to... That's not what I wanted. I have to consult the instruction manual because I don't remember how to erase a file, and I know it told me that. I didn't expect all of these files to actually be in use. I'm gonna guess... I don't know which of these ones I played before, but I'm gonna guess it was this one. I don't know if I got to 78% or 88%, but... let's see. Where does it tell me about deleting a file? I know it told me somewhere. Yeah, the jungle border does look very nice. Oh, erase a saved game, press select, then press A, B, or start. Okay, I wouldn't have guessed that, but there we go. Look at little Donkey Kong there. There he is. Just a little bunch of pixels. So, this game, like I've said before, I did not grow up with it. But I know a lot of people, you know, did, and it was special to them. And, it's interesting to look back on how, you know, this was just, like, the second game of the, like, new era of Donkey Kong. Before Donkey Kong Country 2 existed, this game existed, and it is, like, a really interesting bridge between the two of them, you know, with some of its themes and stuff. So, we can talk more about that as we go, but we start off here in, like, the coast of Donkey Kong Country, and, you know, the Gangplank Galleon is right here, and it's just docked right there on the shore, so we're gonna be climbing onto the ship. Yeah, I always, like, put my, music up as unlisted first, and I don't make it public until it gets approved by the, like, the randomizer approval team, just so if I have to, like, change everything, I don't have to, like, make a new YouTube video. Or I do, but at least it was a private one. Can you change... Because right now jumping is, A, and it feels really bad. I want jumping to be B. So, let's see. Type A. There we go, that's what I want, I think. Yeah, there we go. That feels like Donkey Kong Country now. Hey, Cobalt. Fun story about the Sly Cooper poster and why I have it, you know, back there, and it's so big, because I actually got that at a garage sale, and it was a garage sale that happened to be, someone who used to work at Sucker Punch and worked on Sly Cooper, so I got this poster for like 50 cents from someone that worked on the game. It's not like signed or anything, it's just a poster, but still. So there's like bonuses in this game. I probably already missed some. I'm just getting used to like the feel of this game again, how it controls and everything. Let me know if you want me to turn out the volume a little bit, because it's like, it seems to be kind of good for me, but if you think it's a little quiet. This game has some good little chip tunes in it. So I can change to Diddy, and maybe that'll be better. What? Rambi's box is so small. That's kind of a theme in this game. Sometimes things are just surprisingly small, like King K. Rool, and it's very cute. The halfway portal. Okay, this has to be... There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. It's kind of interesting that this bonus room, I guess, gives us a little preview of, like, the Kremlantis area. It's just... Bonus room has, like, nothing to do with the level that I just came from. Just giving you a little tasty preview of what's to come. Yeah, so I can save. Let's go. I'm 2%! Like milk. I'm in there like milk, and I didn't find all of the bonuses because there's no exclamation mark, so we gotta go back in. It's gonna take forever. Just the jump in this game feels, like, weird. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not gonna, like, rag on this game too much, because what they were able to accomplish of, like, bringing the feel of Donkey Kong Country to the Game Boy relatively closely is pretty impressive, but, it is a little, like, unwieldy at the same time. Where the frick is the other bonus? Is this one of those, like, fall down a hole situations? If I fall down this hole, am I gonna regret it? Am I gonna regret it? You know, speaking of milk, I had, when I went to, like, my normal weekly game night last night, I'm trying to not have as much caffeine, so instead of getting, like, a coffee or a matcha or something, I got a steamer, which is just, like, basically, like, warm milk, but It's been all steamed up, so it's like extra like frothy and good. Oh, I didn't do this last time. Okay, so I'm gonna. That hole was open, and I don't know how I opened it, but I didn't jump on the rope, so. Okay, that has to be it. Can I just leave now? Yes. All right. Anyway, so I had some nice warm milk, and it was like really tasty, but I realized that, you know, maybe I don't want to drink as much caffeine, but having a big old glass of warm milk was like the complete opposite. That was like the complete wrong thing I should do. Like, boy, this makes me sleepy. When I was like a little kid, I used to drink milk before bed every night. And I don't do that anymore as an adult, but it took me back to those days. Just having a nice big old glass of warm milk in the evening. And it was so good, but it made me sleepy. It's them! It's Hogwash! The pig. Yeah, the second world is the second level is a snow level. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit, because, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of quiet. Also, my heater kicked in, so... Oh, I like milk, but I very rarely just, like, drink milk on its own these days. You know, I have it in my cereal and stuff like that, but... I don't know, maybe I should drink more milk, you know? The thing is, I don't normally have, like, just regular milk in the house, because Victor's lactose intolerant, so we have, like, oat milk. And I just don't feel like drinking some oat milk, you know? Oh my god, these guys are bouncy boys. Haven't found another bonus yet, have I, in this level? Oh god, he got me! See, you can't see them coming. I like that the Kongs also swirl up in a tornado. Tornadoes are a big thing in this game. Woo! That was, like, barely made that one. I don't know why they decided to have, like, flying pigs in this game, but... The real question is not why they had flying pigs in this game. The real question is, you know, they could do anything they wanted. This was just like the second rare Donkey Kong game. The real question is why the flying pigs never came back. I also like that the zingers in this game are very, like, vertical. Like, upright zingers. I kind of want to, yeah, like, you can, like, change the... Oh, God! No. This is even worse! This is like in Donkey Kong Country 3 when the Krematoa volcano starts heating up and everything's red. Jesus, why would anyone play? Why would you play on this ever? Maybe this looks good on, like, certain games with, like, simpler graphics, but... Dude, let's play the whole game like this. Okay, I actually think the original one was the best. You can change the border, too, you know? It doesn't have to be the jungle. It can be, where's the cat one? Gotta put the cat one back on. The cat one was my favorite. Yeah. It's so pastel, but I'm gonna leave it on this one for the time. I don't remember if it did this if you're just, like, playing the game or if you have to, like, leave it idle for long, but the cats get up and walk away. Like, there's gotta be something down here. Yeah? Maybe? Why is there this step down here? Like, I feel like there's a bonus down there, but I don't trust it. So yeah, when I take like a AFK break, the cats might get up and walk away. At least some of them. Yeah, maybe we can lighten... See, but that was like a snow level, so I specifically wanted to leave it on the blue, because nothing else really made sense. But maybe for another level we can try something else. But for this one we gotta go back till we find the bonuses, because we didn't find any of them. Yeah, I mean, they were doing that up until DK64 when, like, the sheer ridiculous amount of collectibles in the game was also a plot point. When it was like, K. Rool needs time to charge up the Blastomatic, so he has to literally waste the Kong's time by making them do a bunch of fucking bullshit. He can't have them getting to him too fast. Why does this barrel cannon just like shoots you like 10 feet away? For no reason. No, come on now. I jumped right on his snoot. Okay, this border is maybe a little too bright. We need to, like, not the cork board. Oh yes, the rustic hut. the shack. Oh, this is just a black border. What is this one? You know what? We're just gonna go back to the jungle leaves for now. We might put it back on the cat later. What did I do? I exited the level. I couldn't unpause. My start button got stuck. Yeah, the like northern Kremling border with just a little wooden hut. At least these levels are kind of... These guys just keep getting me. They're kind of small. So even if I have to, like, just jump into random holes and stuff, surely I can find all the bonuses eventually, right? Like, they're kind of small, like, in their length, but also just in terms of, like, how much vertical and horizontal space they take up, right? Like, I feel like falling down this hole here, and if I die, it's because I'm looking for bonuses and I died. Yeah, I think I did the cat one when I was playing Conker's Pocket Tales because I had to feel better about myself somehow. I had to, like... you know, there had to be something on the screen that was making me happy. Oh, that was a bonus! Wait, come back! Come back! Come on, man. I didn't even know what was happening. I feel like I jumped in that barrel before, but I guess I didn't. I don't know if there's 2 bonuses in every single level. Oh, God. Alright, hold on. The momentum in this game is a little weird sometimes. So I'm gonna assume there's gonna be another bonus later on. Is there something down here? I don't think so. But it's so sussy. Like, I want to say there'd be something like if I jumped to the left from there, but... it's not down there, that's for sure. Wait, am I done? Was there just only one after all? Bro, dude, I'm out of here. I should check, because apparently there's just one sometimes. I'm glad that you have an emote of the Sussy Among Us. Is this the one that someone made in Donkey Kong Artist and Donkey Kong Bonanza? Because it's all, like, weirdly sculpted and stuff. K. Rool likes, besides rotten bananas on his pizza, I don't know, maybe like anchovies. You know, crocodiles eat fish. Alright. Hold on. My leg is, like, stuck up in my blanket, and it is... There we go. Hold on. Now I'm all, like, stepping on wires and things. Okay. Alright, alright. Back to the jungle. We went up into the mountains for a little detour, but now we're back home. Okay, clearly I need to swing across there, but, like, okay, well, there's... I wonder if that's a bonus if I fall down into the pit with the barrel. Dang, dude. One reason I think I'm not beating this game in one session is if I look at this for more than like 3 hours, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to like see anymore. Now the fun thing is, I don't actually remember what Kremlings are even in this game besides like the critters that we've already seen. I think Crush is in this game, but is Clump in this game? Or were his breasts too powerful for the Game Boy? Okay, you know what? I can get back on that tree. I did it before. Bruh. Okay, I wonder if, like... Oh, apparently I don't even need to get on the tree. It's fine. Every time I see a balloon, I very rarely am able to make it to it in time. It's like, well, alright, there it goes. If you're, like, speedrunning through the levels, I guess you would collect them naturally, but I do not know what's coming up, so I'm not about to do that. It's just asking for trouble. There's something down there. Is this... Ah-ha-ha-ha-ha! What is this mushroom thing? Oh, excuse me? Bro, what is this? It's a button. I'm doing terrible at this. But I just missed it and then I left. Whatever. I'm getting out of here. Whatever that was, I was incredibly bad at it. Yeah. I got that and I didn't mean to leave, but it kind of forced me to leave because I got too close to the exit. How are we at like 14% through this game already? I don't know, maybe I will beat it tonight. Maybe not. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, we are on the Gangplank Galleon, everybody. 10 out of 10 game, no matter what else. And the bonus is just like right there. Hell yeah. Not a bonus, but we got some lives or something, so... Or things that, like, convert into lives later. Bro! Look at DK climbing, look at him go. Watch out for that zinger. The zinger is the MVP. And every time you get hit in this game, it does sound like a zinger killed you, because it's like a bzzz. I got plenty of lives though. We're all good. Oh, you can't climb through it, but you can jump through it. Interesting. This guy... I'm trying to jump on him, but I am jumping onto the rope instead. So this... Okay, so I can't jump through those because it has, like, the thing at the top. So I gotta find some other way to get up there. And I really like this music because it just is like the Gangplank Galleon music at first, but then it, like, diverges in a different direction. And one that you don't hear later in DKC2 either. Nope. Oh! Why does it sound like an explosion when he shoots the nuts at you? You know, Donkey Kong Country, it's like, eek! But here it's like, he's blasting the nuts. Has anyone ever blasted a nut? Do I want to go up? Well, it's not very helpful. Actually, I bet this could have like a cool alternate color scheme. Green. Ooh, like this one. Yeah, that's like slime climb or something. Okay, we just exploded that zinger. We're gonna go this direction. Alright, that's a bonus. And we are in Big Ape City, and there's our beloved tires from Donkey Kong Country. Sometimes the O is just in a bonus. Did it reset my color scheme when I came back out? Frick it, dude. If I have to keep changing it back and forth all the time, it's not worth it. I guess every time you, like, reset into an area that has, like, a custom-made color scheme, or... I guess, so like, the custom color stuff they were talking about, like the Donkey Kong Land, you know, like, enhancements for the Super Game Boy. They chose, like, the best-fitting color scheme for every, like, area. So every time it, like, resets to the, like, the dev-chosen color scheme, it's gonna reset from what you had on before, so... Didn't I already get, like, a checkpoint in this level? Are there two? Am I crazy? I feel like I already got one. You can have multiple checkpoints in these levels? Oh my god, maybe they're not as short as I was, thinking they were. Change it to G. Ugh! His color scheme kind of looks like Radley, though. It's like the Rattle Battle color scheme. Because it just is green and red. Merry Christmas. Okay, there's gotta be something there. Hold on, I gotta get back up there. Where even am I? I don't even know where I am anymore. Okay. There's nothing over here. I just came, put myself in extreme danger for no reason. Ah! You know, because we're already advancing through the percentages of this game so rapidly, I think a lot of levels probably only have, like, one bonus in them. You know, they weren't gonna go as hard. This game doesn't have, like, a orangutan gang equivalent with, like, 5 bonuses in it, probably. It's just, I don't want to have to replay this level if I miss something, because this level is fucking long. Look, I love me a pirate ship and stuff, but this... They got, like, the entire equivalent of the first world of DKC2 just in this one level here. Wow, the nut explosion. These masts are like a mile high. I do also remember that this game has like the slippas that are like sliding down the ropes, which you haven't seen yet, but that's neat. Is there anything over here? Oh god. Guess not. Boy, I tell you, when we were on the Gangplank Galleon at the end of Donkey Kong Country, it didn't look this big then. I guess we just needed to look up and see that it went on. It just goes on and on, like, so high you can't even see the top of it. The most top-heavy pirate ship in the entire world. Okay, that's gotta be a bonus, right? Probably. Little espresso box. Oh, there's the G, too. I was like, we're only getting the N just now, and then it's like, alright, the G. We also put the G in the same bonus. Okay, well, and we get to save. How nice is that? Yeah, I feel like... I don't know, like, I'm just imagining, like, you know, the deck of the ship is not that big, but then, like, the masts are like 10 times as tall as like the deck is long. I don't know like how that would work. I feel like it would just get blown over, like it would just fall over. Did I find the bomb? I guess I did. Okay, I don't remember finding the bomb, but I suppose I did. Oh, I guess this is why they have to put all the level names in the manual, because it does not say the name of the level in the game. So why don't we look at the levels we've done so far? It just kind of occurred to me. Okay, so the first level was called Jungle Jaunt. The second level was called Freezing Fun. I don't know how fun that was, but the third level was called Simian Swing. I like that. And then the fourth level was called Deck Trek. And this one is called... I actually don't remember which one I went to. So this is either called Rope Ravine or Tire Trail. I think this is Tire Trail. Alright, get ready for some tires then. I mean, he could... The sprites are so hard to interpret in this. He could be wearing a backpack, I would believe it. Alright, we're back to the little mushroom button again. Okay. Shoot it at me. No! Fuck! I keep doing that! I'm so stupid! I go try to collect it and then I realize it makes me, like, run out the door. Have you seen any armies yet? This is definitely Tire Trail if you know, couldn't tell. Sure, just give me a bunch of these things. For the next time I run into one of those barrel bonuses that I'm bad at. Alright. Got a bunch of bananas. And okay. Rip. Look. I do not trust my movement in this game like I trust myself in actual Donkey Kong Country. I still feel like just a newborn child learning how to walk when I'm playing this game. I guess I needed to take my barrel and destroy that zinger if I wanted to get that thing. Okay, but I also need to get into this barrel here, so I'm just gonna kind of swoop in there. Con. So, from what I understand, when we get to those weird bonuses that, like, had the barrel above them and you step on the little button and it, like, shoots stuff at you, for every token you've collected, you get a chance to do that, and when you catch one that gets shot out of the barrel, then you get an extra life. I think that's how it works. Unfortunately for me, I'm very bad at those so far. Maybe I'll get better as we go. Bruh. Okay. The momentum to make it over to the other side there just seems impossible. Like, it just seems like I'm not gonna make it no matter what. So I don't know. Having Diddy makes me feel, like, a little more confident. Was the inn in the bonus? I didn't get it this time? Frick. Ugh. Okay, you just, like, barely make it, but it feels so, like... You need to be, like, right on the edge of the goddamn tire. Okay, I'm gonna go back in here and think I get the inn in here because I want to be able to save when I beat this. Frick! I have Donkey Kong, right? Yes. I have Kong. Okay. Look at him go. Look at him bounce. Okay, so we're gonna be right on the edge of the tire here. So that we can make it over there. Ah! I was on the edge of it, and I was... Okay, how are you supposed to make it... Maybe you just don't bounce off the tire. That's a good point, Andre. I actually don't know. And because of that, I should probably, if I die, just get the bonuses every time. Because I mean, it'll certainly reset that I got the letter, but I don't know if it... I mean, that's how it has always worked. So I don't know if it resets that I got the bonus or not, but just to be safe, we should try to get them every time. I'm losing all my lives on this level, not because I'm bad, but because the physics of getting from this tire to the thing after it are just, like, so precise. It feels like there's no leeway at all. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, what if I just, like, roll past it? Cause like, the jump of the tire— oh, fuck! It, like, eats my jump! I hate this so much. I'm gonna have to follow Cranky's advice and go back to prior levels and farm lives for what's to come. Alright. If only you could get up into that tree. I mean, this isn't the real problem area yet, but... it's this. Okay. Yeah, okay. So if you have your... yeah, if you have momentum going on to the tire, then you carry it off. So you have to, like, jump onto the tire and then just go for it. Because if you just, like, bounce on the tire up and down forever, you're, like, never gonna make it. So, that's interesting. Tire... I'm tired of this level. Ah! At least I understand it better, but I still have to go back and do it again. I think I found my least favorite thing in the game so far, and it's tire physics. Ah! And let me tell you, I love tires in Donkey Kong Country. I love bouncing on it. I love that bouncy bonanza, but I needed that. In this game, not so much so far. Fuck! Everything just feels so awkward. I really am gonna hope that I find all the bonuses in this, so that I never have to come back here again. Ever. Your momentum gets just, like, weirdly eaten a little bit, too, sometimes when you're, like, trying to go into a roll or something. I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels a little weird. I didn't get the G. Oh god, I need that. Oh, okay. Whew, okay. I got so scared I thought I was gonna eat my jump again. Ah! Okay. I gotta precisely, like, jump onto the tire. I didn't have DK! I thought I had gotten him from up here. Maybe I lost him already. Or maybe it's because I died, like, on top of, like, a pit, so I was just gonna die anyway. I've been in this level for like 20 minutes. I think Victor's like taking a shower or something. I'm glad he can't see this. I'd like to see Victor come play this. He would be getting mad. Victor does not have a lot of patience for when a game, like, feels bad, you know? Like that, like, okay. The like, timing for when you're allowed to jump off of a tire is very... Like, I don't know, it just, like, eats your jump unless you do it at the exact right time. Maybe I didn't even play this level the first time I played this game. Maybe I went the other direction and skipped this one, because I don't remember having such a bad time. I don't understand. Like, why didn't I make it to the other side that time? I did it the exact same that I've always done it, I thought. Gonna get these bananas up here. By the way, does anyone know where I, like, actually found the supposed bomb that I found in a previous level so that I was able to blow open one of those things? Okay. Yeah, that time I knew I wasn't gonna make it. I could feel that the jump wasn't tall enough. I'm about to lose all my lives, by the way. That's okay, though, because I don't think I lost any progress, so I'm just gonna go back to the previous level. Or, you know, go back to... I was able to save after the first pirate ship level, right? I knew, yep, you can tell when you're not gonna make it. Like, you just know. I gotta say, some of my friends who supposedly loved this game when they were children, I guess they just got used to its physics. Or they just were extremely patient little children. Okay, and we got a life. We just need to make it through the rest of the level. Easy, right? Okay. I think I can make it over there without having to use weird momentum tricks. I did it! We're free! Oh my god. That was terrible. Please tell me that was it and I don't have to... Okay, we don't ever have to go back. We're free. We're free of our tire troubles. Alright. Let's do this one, which was called, like, rope something. Rope ravine. Alright. Thank you for the GGs. It feels... I don't even have any pride. I'm just numb at this point. I conquered the tires. But at what cost? This one seems a lot more bearable so far. Okay, well, I don't know why, but I thought there was, like, something under me, and there wasn't. So that was kind of, you know, that was kind of on me, you know. We're about to get another life, though, so it's fine. Okay, never mind. I take it back. I like jumped onto that rope. I don't know what happened there. Good night. Yeah. I got past K. Rool's strongest soldier. That's why Clump isn't in this game. He was replaced with Tyre. Tyre is the new general. Okay, so the falling, like, gravity coming out of the barrel is a little different than I'm used to, so I'm gonna have to get used to that. We might have our first game over incoming, but that's alright. I'm not really gonna lose any progress or anything. Just, pride. So I think you have to be, like, holding up, or you're not going to grab onto the rope, which is the problem I had before. Where I just, like, kind of jumped through them. Okay. Where are the bonuses at? You might have. It's been hard for me to keep up with the chat when I'm busy dealing with the Tyre nonsense. When I'm fighting my hardest battle yet of my life. Maybe that's how they should have put Clump in this game, is instead of having tires, it could have just been like Clump laying there on the ground. You just bounce on him. And then I would have someone to blame, besides just a Tyre, which makes me feel like a fool. Just sitting here getting mad at a fucking Tyre. I didn't see this last time. Good thing I died. Is this even a bonus, or is it just like a shortcut? Okay, that is a bonus. Boy, that shoots you a long way, though. I thought this was maybe just like a shortcut to the end. Well, I'm dead. That's so abrupt. It's just like the instant... Get fucked, man. You lost. It's like a legitimate jump scare. It's just like, okay, here's Diddy and DK, and they're all beat up. It just like pops up out of nowhere with no warning. Well, anyway, I gotta take another break soon, like for my own eye strain's sake. But I can at least. Did I find a bonus in this level? Before that? Before the one that I just jumped into the little barrel? I don't think I did. I tried to look away at the chat and I got buzzed. You know, when you think about it, naughties are kind of silly enemies to have in a game that's, like, based in, like, the jungle. And naughties are really just as silly as, like, hogwashes or whatever, but we've just come to take them for granted because we love them. So we don't think of them as, like, a weird, incongruous, silly element, but they could have, like, saved them for this game and it would have not been, like, unusual. I didn't even check to make sure that was the right hole. I was just, like, pretty sure, so I just jumped right in. Yeah, I was at the end last time, but of course, I just had to die. I mean, hogwashes are weirder for sure, but they're, you know, not that far beyond just a silly little beaver in the jungle. Okay, it's break time. When I get back, I will look for the next bonus in here, but I need to, like, look at something else for a few minutes. Yeah, I was reading your message, and, I mean, I guess critters are, like, marginally tougher to deal with than naughties, because naughties are, like, really small, so you don't have to jump as high, and, like, you know, you could accidentally, like, not jump. You could do, like, a little baby jump and, like, not jump on a critter correctly, maybe. I mean, but they're not that much taller than them, because they're, like, really hunched over and stuff, so, I mean, obviously, you got your, like, regular walking around type critters, but then you also have, like, the jumpy ones and stuff, but, yeah, I don't know, maybe they had the naughties that went inside the wheels first, and then they decided to just have some regular ones that walked around. Hey Mayday Zerg, that is Shadow. That is my dog. I used to have him, like, you know, actually visible on the stream sometimes, but that was before I started streaming, like, in this downstairs room, and he doesn't come down here very often. He, did come down here, like, a couple weeks ago. But then, before I could show him on camera, he, like, ran off. He's a slippery little guy. I was trying to grab him, and he just, like, ran off and ran all the way back up the stairs. So we are looking for another bonus here, and I'm gonna guess it's probably, like, in the early parts of the level, since the other one we found was so late. But how are we supposed to know where it is? I don't know. If I get to the midway point, I might just, like, leave and try to come back and look more thoroughly. Oh, that's it. I see it. It's so... the bonuses can just be... Oh, it's this! It's this again. Okay. I'm gonna try to stay over here and not get too close to the exit this time. The bonuses can just be literally, like, hidden in plain sight in this game. Hidden in plain sight has never been, like, a more apt description because they are, like, literally visible on screen, but they blend into the rest of the sprites so much you can't see them. Nope, not fooling me this time. How do you... It's, like, so hard to aim this shit. Okay, that was nowhere close. Every time it shoots out, it makes, like, this little fart noise that is just, like, mocking me for my extreme inability to ever make one of these connect with me. There, I got one! Okay, one of these days... one of these days, I'll be a pro at that. Alright, back to the ship. This one is called, Riggin' Rumble, okay? Not rigging rumble. Riggin' Rumble with a apostrophe there. Riggin'. Yeah, I've played Donkey Kong Country so many times, and I played it and I got 101% a few weeks ago, and it took me so long to find some of those bonus barrels, even though I've done it many times in my life. Okay, that one isn't even a bonus, that was just like a shortcut. So we're like almost guaranteed to have to redo the start of that level, because I'm sure there was something... Even Donkey Kong Country 2, which is my favorite game, I somehow still managed to forget where some of the bonuses are in that one. Because granted, you know... Look at... Okay, I think I remember commenting on this last time I played, but like, is that just like a bird? It's just... There's a Neki! It's just in the background, just perfectly still. You know, most of the times when I played DKC or DKC2, I would just play them any percent, you know, just get... I used to speedrun them, so just, you know, get to the end. Don't worry about the bonuses. Also, Claptrap. I was too still distracted about the, like, tiny little bird in the distance that's not moving or growing any closer that I didn't even say anything about the Claptrap. I like these, they decided to make, like, spools of ropes. So in DKC2, they went with, like, stacks of barrels, but in this game, they were, like, spools. Spools are cool. Oh, here we get the rope slippers. It's interesting because, like, you know, you don't see them spawn in. They just, like, have to come from the top somehow. Watch out for him. Oh, he just keeps going. I thought he was gonna bounce back and forth. Alright. The sneaky snake on the deck. There's too many snakes on the ship! This is like snakes on a plane, except it's snakes on a ship. Oh my god, there's two- How am I supposed to get past these guys? Alright. Just get to the top where you can't see them spawn in anymore. That's the secret. Yeah, so when Carol, you know, when Cranky called him up on the phone, Cranky was like, so you can bring in, like, more snakes this time? I need, like, 5 times the amount of snakes. There's so many of these little bird things in the background. They're just... like a baby's first bird drawing. I'm really concerned about my... Every time I see this bird, it makes me smile. Not the tire, dude! Oh, no. I can bounce as high as the bird is, though. That's neat. Oh, the Claptrap's butt got me. Yeah, it's... You know, it's funny because the monkey fight in censorship is actually appropriate in this case. Maybe deciding to 100% this game was a mistake. There's nothing up here. I gotta go down to where the tire was. Yeah, I like when you get the Kong out of the barrel that they just kind of like spin away. They're just like, see you later, and they ascend. See, there he goes. Back to his home planet. This game makes me feel like... The way people who don't like Donkey Kong Country, like the complaints they have about Donkey Kong Country, I don't think are true of it, but are true of this game. Like, people complain about Donkey Kong Country feeling weird to them, or clunky, or heavy, or whatever, or they complain about, like, it's relatively narrow, like, because the sprites are big and stuff, and so there's only so much they can fit on screen, and so you can't necessarily always see what's coming or what's ahead of you. You know, I don't agree with those criticisms of the actual SNES game, but they are the exact complaints I have about this game! Alright. Oh my god! Like, what was the timing on that? Like, what was I supposed to do there? I thought I'd be able to jump up onto the... I don't know. And I gotta remember where that bonus was. So it was in like a grate. Should be easy to find again. I got set back so far. This part, like, jumping onto this rope and not getting hit by either of these zingers just feels so tricky. And then also I gotta, like, time this so I don't... Ugh! Alright. Can't let this claptrap get me. Okay, the grate was down here, right? Yes. I have to jump on it from, like, here, maybe? Yeah. This game's giving me hiccups, I'm sorry. Dude. Ah, no! I did so well on that part, only to let this guy, like, stomp me by jumping in place. I don't even know how that happened. Why is there a tire, like, on the, like, railing of the ship? Okay. Oh, what? What? So I can get up here? No! Okay. So I can get on top of this, probably. Oh wait, this is just the, is this just the end? No, this isn't the end. Was I supposed to come up here? I don't think so. I think this is all just extra checkpoint. That was like a bonus in spirit, but it wasn't really a bonus. I guess, probably. No way to mark it as like a separate part of the level. You gotta watch out for those high up zingers. You just don't even see it first, you know? That's how they get you. I really don't like this find all these tokens to spend on the stupid barrel minigame that spits out the lives at you system because I'm bad at it. Can you imagine if, like, they went with the name Crap Bee instead of Zinger? What? I just didn't have DK. Still. The zinger's up there. I do have to climb that, right? Yes, I do. Yeah, I need to find a DK barrel, but there's probably not one before the end of the level. See, I want to climb up to the top of there, but it just seems impossible with them both coming down like that. Come on, come on. Alright, well. I'm sure I didn't find everything there because we skipped past the entire, like, first section. It is really impressive for a Game Boy game, admittedly. I just went through the hole. Oh yeah, there was a claptrap all the way back here, we just didn't see them. The background birds are just never gonna fail to crack me up. It's like, we need to like put something in the background. It's just like a big empty expanse. How about, like, the world's most simplistic pixel art of a bird that you could possibly imagine? I guess I didn't even... It skipped me, like, right to there, so maybe I didn't miss anything particularly important. Guess not. There's another bonus out here somewhere. At least once I find it, I can leave the level. Okay, wait, I see it. There's a cloud over there. The cloud just disappeared, leaving me to fall to my death. I guess you're supposed to, like, get on the cloud and then jump back. Like... How was I supposed to know? Good night, Sage. You know what? This game makes me tired, too. There's just like, there's a lot of space in this level where a bonus could be, and I thought there was like a deck down there, but I guess not. I bet Cranky and K. Rool planned out a lot of this stuff together. You know, Cranky's got some ideas. He's like, why don't you put like a cloud that vanishes after 1 second before they even know what's going on? You know, they jump over there to get a stupid-ass token for a stupid-ass minigame, and then they just fall to their death. Whew. Oh, I thought I could fall down there, but I couldn't, so I was just like trapped while he fell on my head. Mario Maker. Donkey Kong Land Maker. I wonder if it like was at the very end where those two slippers were and I just had to like get up past them somehow. I feel like there's no way to successfully do that without damage boosting. Maybe it's like down here somewhere, I don't know, like at the very bottom. Yeah, it's like the whole point was they wanted to show that people would enjoy this game even though it was on a simplistic system with more simple graphics, but then they just made the game like more annoying. So I feel like they were kind of at cross purposes there. Like, did you want to make this game enjoyable or not? Hi Tomat, how's it going? Yo, thanks for the raid. Yeah, I think my raid alert and my sub alerts or something might have gotten turned off somehow. I haven't been hearing them, or... Let me see. They should be on, but I don't know. I need to check later. I don't want to imagine Cranky without a beard. Just like Cranky's scraggly, wrinkly face under there. Like, I don't even remember where I am in this level, what I've explored, what I haven't explored. Every time I die and spawn back in here, it's like I'm in a completely different level. I just... At least we get this delightful music. You know what? That joke was advanced. I appreciate it. Fun fact, I learned the terminology of what a beard was pretty early on in my life because I was one, because one of my boyfriends in high school ended up coming out as like super mega gay later on and admitting to me that he had just been like trying to date girls in high school because he felt wrong otherwise, you know? Funny thing about that guy is he was like the tallest person in my grade and I was the shortest person too. So we made an interesting couple. He like literally towered over me. Oh hey, I found it. Oh my god, this is background. This is the airship music that we'll get later on. I mean, you know, the airship level with airship music. Forgot how trippy the backgrounds were though. I'm getting out of here. Alright, cool. Now, we need to make sure to not die before we're able to save again, so I might have to go back to an earlier level. But this level is called Congo Carnage, but it's spelled with C's, just so you know. Maybe I should have jumped on that tree, but I'm down here now. This level's not so bad so far. It's just a jungle level. It has naughties in it. This is a nice stroll. I'm already at the O. Like, how bad can this level even be? What are they, like, what surprises have... Wait, this is just like jungle hijinks. Without clumps in it though. Shaking my nips. Don't imagine that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm suspicious. What horrors will be awaiting me later on? Oh, I see. This level seems really short. I don't know. Well, I was gonna try to get up on the tree, but if the rope doesn't come back, it might be... Oh, it's coming back. Oh. I don't want to hit the zinger is all. I know. Okay, so when the Neckies even throw... when they throw the nuts, they also make a gunshot noise. Dude, I got by a naughty. Oh, alright. Here we go. Yeah, we were the ultimate hetero couple, because we were opposites in every way. I jumped past it! How did that not hit my hitbox? Alright, I got that one. Dude, I've never been so locked in. How? How? When they're up there at the top, you just can't reach them. Even despite Donkey Kong's massive arm reach, he just can't do it. Okay, trying to jump for those is apparently like you'll just jump past them every time. I fell for the jump bait again. It just seems like the natural thing to do, but it's really not. I don't even know why I'm like trying to aim these or anything. I might as well just like randomly spurt them out and see if I can grab them. I get as much out of that as like purposefully trying to aim. See? I'll just run back and forth on this stupid little mushroom tip. At least I got a few out of that. I picked the right- oh! I'm not gonna lie, this is like a really cool effect for the Game Boy. Check that shit out. They did this just to flex. Just to flex. I'm disappointed that it wasn't an actual bonus, though. Oh! There's a zinger up at the top. We haven't seen the poop tornadoes yet. Should have maybe gone up into the tree. There's a lot of cases where I'm like, I should have gone into the treetops on this level. What does it mean when it's flashing, but it doesn't have the... I guess that just means you've beaten it. It doesn't have the exclamation point, but it is flashing. Okay. Let's try this again. Wonder what's the use of, like, riding it all the way back this way. Can I, like, get on the trees over there? There's nothing over here. That seems... that's sad. You know what? I should get up on that tree. We're doing this again. Bruh. The naughty killed me. It's like the first time I've been killed by a naughty since I was a child. Just kidding, I'm sure it happened in this game the first time I played it too. I'm scared of him now. Whoa. I'm gonna try throwing... I don't know if it works in this game to just like touch a barrel to a thing that would be a bonus. That worked when I had Rambi, by the way. I haven't seen an animal buddy in a while. But you might have to throw them in this game. I don't know. Yo, that barrel's really going. That's pretty neat. Okay, so this was the first bonus already. This level is really not that long. I wonder if that other, like, area where we were, where we went through the little tunnel thing, if, like, the other side, Oh, this isn't- no, this actually isn't where the bonus was. It's just a similar location with the similar Neki. With his, explosive nuts. Imagine, like, hearing some gunshots, and you're like, what the hell's going on outside? And then it's just like a bird throwing nuts. Now here's the bonus anyway. I got one. Give it to me. Nope, I'm out of here. I mean, it has to just be that it, like, yeah, it does this, because... So is there a way to get... I like that you can ride in this, you can ride the barrels in this, too. It's pretty cute that they incorporated even that into this game. Is there a way to get up there? Because it seems like if bounce off a critter or something. Hell yeah. And there's nothing. Dude, my day is ruined. Okay, I feel like maybe on top of those trees if I ride this rope all the way back over there. Having to do this is very trollish because you get like even less forewarning of where the zingers are because the side is smaller. Okay. What's going on over here? There's like nothing on top of any of these trees, which is astounding. I'm pretty sure I tried getting up in those trees last time, but maybe I didn't. I might not have, actually. I think I did. I think I waited for the rope to come back and then did it. I don't know. Maybe I didn't, actually. Hi, T-Major. Mostly it's just me squinting really hard at the screen and trying to figure out where bonuses are. Like, looking at every garbled pixel, trying to see if one of them is like at the top of a barrel at the bottom of the screen or something. I think it might be shoe bills that have like that. Yeah, there's some birds out there who make some crazy noises. To be fair, I mean, I don't know what vultures actually sound like in real life. I just assume they go like, because that's what Donkey Kong Country taught me. But maybe they also sound like explosions. Because that's what Donkey Kong Land taught me. Is there a bonus in here? That looked like a perfect place to put a bonus. Like, they would just wedge one in there. Little barrel. The only eyesore that I get excited about is the one in Mario Party 3, because that is my favorite minigame. I am a pro at that one most of the time. Okay, so we have to try getting onto the... Whoop! I like jumped. I did Diddy's famous double jump. I literally don't know how I saved myself there. I just like jumped out of the pit. Is there something down there? Is that what I'm learning? No, I just jumped out of the pit somehow. I had some coyote time. Let's make this into a fun game. Whenever I'm playing this, if you see a bonus on screen that I missed, but you see like a barrel somewhere, like on the bottom or the top of the screen, you can tell me. You can try to describe where it was. Making this a community activity. okay, I'm wondering if it's a situation where one of them is like at the top of the screen somehow and you have to go like above where the zingers are. I'm gonna go get the thing, don't worry, I'm coming back for it. I mean, if you could describe where it is, it doesn't really matter if you're lagging. You don't have to be like, there, stop, because I'm not looking at the chat as I go that well anyway. The line of the barrels, I mean, the line of the bananas, I think that was just leading, like, you were supposed to, like, jump off of, the rope there and then down. But I just got on the trees instead. Here's this bullshit again. I'm not even gonna bother with that. So yeah, it might just be that thing at the end of the level that I keep failing to do. I'm just gonna go with that for now, and if it's not that, then I don't know. Because yeah, I don't think this goes all the way back once it's... So I have like one chance to get on these trees! Alright. But it does not appear unless it's those trees over there. Which it could be. But it does not appear to be. Okay, well. Exactly. This is a community undertaking. Community with a K. I've made no progress since the last time I saved. I'm tempted to just go to the next level, but no, I'm dedicated to finding all the bonuses before I move on. This level is short! This level is shorter than I am! This level is like nothing. There's not a lot going on here, and yet we still can't find it, because it must be in some really, like, bullshit location. Like, you just gotta jump past this, and, you know? Okay, I'm gonna try to do some slightly unusual activities, like being down low when I normally wouldn't be. Maybe I can, like, get a different perspective on stuff. I wonder if there's any, like, barrels that I could get in and, like, run them into a wall that I haven't tried before. So, like, let's just carry this barrel with us for a moment. See how far we can take. Never mind. Well, we couldn't take it any further than that anyway. I'm jumping in case there's, like, one off screen. That was a pit. That was just a pit. I didn't have DK. Remember the concept art we were looking at last week where the Kremlings just had, like, camouflage scales? That was cool. But it kind of came true in this game because you just can't see them because they just blend into the background. So really, it happened in a way. Alright, so I'm gonna look down here because normally I'm getting those bananas, but what if those bananas were a trick? And I'm riding it back this way, and I'm gonna look up this time at the very top. But it doesn't look like there's anything. Okay. See, the way the camera kind of pans down there makes me a little suspicious. Like that there could be something at the bottom there that I just haven't seen yet. So we'll go up above this guy, and then we'll come back all the way down. And then we'll go back all the way down here. I don't want to have to look anything up, but I have the feeling that at least once in this game, it's just gonna be like a total bullshit thing, like the one from Trick Track Trek or whatever, where like there's just literally no possible way to tell it's there. And you would just have to fall down like every inch of the level. Getting the full experience of playing this game when it was new is also the experience of maybe having to look something up or go to your local game store and take a peek at the Nintendo Power Player's Guide for this game. Yeah, because I have just, like, no idea where this could be. It's gotta just be in a pit somewhere. I'm just gonna look it up. Alright, let's see. Donkey Kong Land walkthrough. Alright, Rig and Rumble or whatever. Rig and Rumble. No, this is a... Oh, it's not Rig and Rumble. It's Congo Carnage. That's what it is. Directly under the K, drop down along the side of the cliff and fall into the barrel. Under the K, okay. So it's early on, at least. What? This is Congo Carnage, right? Yes. Directly under the K, drop down along the side of the cliff. Okay, well I'm gonna... Am I being trolled? Did Cranky Kong write this? did Cranky Kong write this walkthrough? Okay, I'm gonna like hug the cliffside this time, see if I can... Okay, yes. You literally have to like... Alright. Just get me, Tyre. I don't even give a shit. Okay, I have to wonder now. Hold on. I'm curious. Oh. Sorry, that wasn't... Was that not the beginning of the level? I know I have like no lives, but... I'm wondering if you could like see this at all. I think I tried jumping over this before and, like, jumping out there. So I don't think you can, like, jump to it from here at all. Alright, fuck it. I'm, like, going back to the beginning, the first level, so I can save my game. Cranky Kong is real and King K. Rool are real, and they made this game together. They were staying up late into the night, planning this game out, having a little sleepover. And they were, like, giggling and kicking their feet with all the evil stuff they were planning. Alright. Anytime I want to save, just come back here, and I just gotta remember where all the letters are. I think they're just kind of... Rambi, I haven't seen you in forever, buddy. Maybe one of the letters is in the bonus. I feel like it is. Maybe not, though. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Nobody can get a free life. I lost Rambi. Alright, easy. Easy save. Rambi, but then you immediately lose him when you go into, like, the swimming bonus that they force upon you. Alright, we've been playing this for almost 2 hours of real time. And we're like 30% done. And we're not done with the first world yet. Don't worry, there's only 4 worlds. And this is called, like, Arctic something. Arctic Barrel Arsenal. It's kind of a cool name. Yeah, I hope Wrinkly and K. Rool's mysterious wife are also having their own girls' night at the same time. They're probably doing wholesome activities. That or activities that can't be spoken of. One or the other. Hell yeah, hell yeah! Whatever, like I said, I should just like run around randomly. It'll do me as much. That Claptrap was just going back and forth on like 1 foot of ground. The way the camera follows this barrel makes me a little bit ill. Like, is it just me? We haven't gotten to even, like, the really crazy parts of this game yet, because we've been in, you know, mostly familiar Donkey Kong Country archetypes, even though we hadn't actually seen pirate ship levels at this point, you know, but besides that. Yeah, Wrinkly was showing off her, like, extreme early access copy of Super Mario 64. Okay. Sorry, I just shot myself directly into a claptrap that I didn't know was there. It's mean to have made that a claptrap, because yeah, obviously that'll hurt. But they could have made it like a critter or something and just like blast into him. No. It's because she knew Wrinkly was gonna be such a cool ghost, you know? You get like 1 freebie when you come into here. That was on me. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm distracted by that. Look at this, by the way, just look at, he's like not, it's like he's trying to bounce or walk or something, but he's just like slipping in place. And this claptrap is just like, no, I'm not moving from this spot. He doesn't even get into his chomp animation. That's what's really interesting. Like, because he keeps going back and forth, he doesn't have a chance to actually like initiate his chomp, so he's just like, won't even open his mouth. Yeah, the real Slippa. It's hard to get this O and also like get into the barrel because it's pretty precise, and I kind of feel like if I want to survive, I should just not go for the O, because I can always just like go save in the first level if I really want to. Oh! I should have gotten that! What the hell? Why didn't I get that? I was too, like, taken aback. Also, I tried to move and get it, but, like, this game doesn't always... It's not, like, the most responsive thing in the world, so... I just couldn't, like, move in time. I see that down there. I see it. Nice. Kong! And they put the in the in. That's very cute. Unfortunately, I can't get the O on this level, so... What is this? Besides a bunch of bullshit. But you best believe I'm gonna get this every time for the bananas, and because I don't know if it counts my bonuses if I die, so... Not the tire! No, man, not the tire in the ice. Okay, somehow I got past that without even jumping on the tire. I don't like this. I can't even tell if there's ice physics in this level or if it's just like the same physics from the rest of the game, which are awkward, and I just am still adjusting to them. Alright, please let that be it. Okay, we did it! We found all the bonuses in this world. I gotta go back to the first level so I can save. It's just like a really roundabout way of having candy in this game. It's just, since once we get out of this world, I don't know if we can come back. I mean, there must be a way to. But... You know, instead of visiting candy and being able to save automatically, you have to just go back to this one level and then just, like, run through the whole thing. I think that was like a heart made out of bananas in that tree. That's because it symbolizes candy, because you have to go to this level to save. Maybe I'll at least get good and confident at one level if I just play this one over and over again. I'm not gonna go into the bonus this time. Well, it does have a free extra life in there, but you know what, I guess I am. Because I feel like I will go in there anyway, even if I was trying not to. Alright, before I jump into the next level, which is the boss, I think, I am going to go to the bathroom, because I really need to. But you know what? I will not leave you listening to this, like, slightly discordant version of this song. I just realized that the, like, map screen is just, like, the bonus music. I was gonna say this, like, slightly discordant version of Simian Segue, and I was like, it's not even Simian Segue. What? This is, like, the bonus music. Why is this the overworld music? Could only fit so many songs on the Game Boy, I guess. Anyway, I might be gone for slightly longer, so I will leave you listening to something else. I closed my music thing, though, for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, see you soon. The cats all left. I'm waiting for the ad break to finish. I was gone for so long, they all left. Did they ever come back? Also, I'm sad that all the Mystical Ninja starring Goemon music is just like, in the soundtrack I downloaded, it's all just like numbers. Now it's just a nice pastel border and you never knew there were any cats here at all. Oh, my cat's gone. No. Well, perfect. Then my plan to entertain you when I was gone worked out. Alright. I can tell you that, you know, I probably have no more than an hour left in me for this game before my eyes start bleeding, but we'll see. Let's see. What does it have to say? The boss is called Wild Sting Fling. And spoiler alert, I know what this boss is. Although I don't. I remember one of the bosses is like the mole mole, and one of them is like a big clam, like a big clambo. And then the last one is K. Rool. So I guess I know what all the bosses are, I think. But it is a Flotsam. Before Donkey Kong Country 2 came out. But he can fly. And you know what? He got me. How many times I gotta hit this guy? Bro! He's so fast! But for real, how many times do I have to hit him? Okay, I did it. Oh my gosh, it's raining bananas! Yeah. That song is also used in Blastcore, if you didn't know. And this level, hold on. Yeah, the boss was just a big flotsam who flies around. To be fair, that boss was, like, more challenging than a lot of the ones in Donkey Kong Country. This level is called Tricky Temple, and we're in Kremlantis now, by the way. Relevant to Kremling lore. So I guess this is off the coast of Donkey Kong Island. The entire sunken Kremling city is out here. So, you know, some people try to be like, well, we don't really know those are, like, ancient Kremling temples on the Donkey Kong Country, and, you know, what if they just, like, defaced the Kong temples that were there? And it's like, man, they got a whole Kremlantis out here, don't come at me with that. It's Crusha! It was Crusha! The cool thing about there being a Kremlantis is that I didn't know about that when I was a kid because I didn't play this game. And I was actually obsessed with the concept of Atlantis and like sunken cities and stuff when I was a kid. And I really like Atlantis and Banjo-Tooie. Like, you know, Jolly Roger's Lagoon is my favorite level. I should change this off since there's no cats anymore. Just put it back on this. I didn't want to put it on the black. There we go. DJ's the .com. Yes it is. It's just it's a jammin' version of it. Wow! Does it show anywhere if you have, like, your buddy in reserve? Because I keep not knowing if I'm gonna die or not, because I don't know if I have DK or Diddy. Usually DK in the background, because I'm playing as Diddy if I can help it. Once again, a balloon that goes by too fast for me to even react to. Ah! I knew I had Diddy that time because I just got the barrel. Oh man, not a tire. Usually I love to see tires, you know, I love me a Donkey Kong Country tire, but Donkey Kong Land tires? No, not so much, I don't trust them. We're in, like, the red zone. Honestly, that bonus is pretty fun. You just grab Rambi and destroy a bunch of guys. And get some bananas. That level was so nice! I know it's just the first level of the second world, but I guess the difficulty in this game isn't gonna be linear because I feel like that was really nice compared to a lot of the later levels and the... It's kind of like each of the worlds gets harder as it goes on, but maybe once you get to a new world it kind of might reset a little bit. And I found all the bonuses on my first try too, this rules. By the way, this song, amazing. I also made this one for DK64. There was a whole thing, where I found a MIDI of it on VG Music that I really liked, and it was really nicely, like, extrapolated from this Game Boy music, so I, like, literally emailed the person who made the MIDI, like, 20 years ago and got in contact with her and got her permission to use the MIDI. But it sounds really nice. You know, what I'm gonna do when I upload this to YouTube is I'm going to link to all my Donkey Kong Land mixes that I've done so far in the comments. Were these guys in the manual? What the fuck are these guys? I don't think these guys were in the manual. They had to put the poop tornado in there. Can't forget about them. But like, what is this? What is this creature? Anyway, I think the level design is fine. Also, these fish weren't in there either. They left a lot of guys out of the manual, I'm gonna say. The level design's fine. I'm not sure I would say it was, like, masterful. It's not bad, though. The level design, yeah, not my problem. It's Donkey Kong Country level design. It's maybe not as good as actual Donkey Kong Country, but it's, you know, no real complaints about the way the levels themselves are laid out or anything. Looking for bonuses is even fun most of the time. There's some cases where they're kind of bullshit, but that was also the case with the actual SNES game, so... If anything, I think the bonuses in this are less bullshit than in DKC. You can usually see them on screen most of the time. But yeah, the song... Mwah. Who are you people? Are they spiders? They look like, weird oyster things that are, like, opening and shutting. I could kind of see them as spiders with their legs, but they just look like weird, like... It's like they're oyster clam things, but they're also, like, covered in little spots. Like they're covered in barnacles or something. Sorry, the frickin'... What is this type of fish called? It's the most, like, nice, harmless-looking aquarium fish of all time. Just, like, ran into me. I gotta say, the manual wasn't wrong though. Those fish are pretty big. Yeah, they do look like the bouncy spiders from DKC3. They kind of move in a similar way. I don't think they're supposed to be spiders though. Flappers. Yeah. They kind of have a, like, I don't know. They got like Kirby enemy vibes or something. I like that they're blue on the inside because I wouldn't have guessed that. I'm telling you, there's I may have thought I knew about every Kremling except for Kraka, but there's members of the crew that I knew about at one point in my life, but I just don't, I've forgotten about them, you know? Like this guy. The extended members of the crew. I gotta say, I'm already vibing with this world a lot more than, you know, we're just 2 levels in, so maybe I shouldn't talk, but I'm vibing with this world more than the first one, maybe because it's new and different. Also, I'm gonna hope it follows the DKC rules and there's actually no bonuses in water levels. You know, we got that in DKC 2, but in the first DKC there's no bonuses in the swimming levels, which is nice to know. When you get to like I said, you know, realizing that I wasn't gonna have to find bonuses is the first time I was ever excited about going into Poison Pond. I was like, that's right, I don't have to remember where the bonuses are in this world because there aren't any. What the fuck is this? Maybe I take back what I said. This is like, what, getting past that? Okay, I'm gonna have to like damage boost, I think. I'm gonna have to just grab DK and Diddy and just swim past that part as fast as possible. I gotta say, I don't know what the DK bar exam comics are. Credentials is a pretty good name, though. I guess if I just hug the top, you're fine, you know? You don't have to worry too much about it. Is there anything hiding behind these pillars? These pillars are more mysterious than the one in DK64. Okay, it is really cool that they managed to do, like, this sort of layering stuff in this game. Hey, Victor. I know, I won't go for that much longer. We gotta trade dog-sitting duties. But yeah, how, you know, they did that like stuff with the jungle tunnel in the first world, and here we've got this like crack you can see through the pillar. It's really neat. It's like legitimately really cool for a Game Boy game. Speaking of good Kremling names, I can't wait until we get to DK64 to share this discovery. But the other day when Victor was playing DK64 randomizer, you know, I thought of how there's like not, you know, official names for some of the enemies in that game, and you know, they just might have fan names or something like a lot of the characters. But for the Mushroom Kremling, I've never heard them called anything besides just like Mushroom Kremling, which is really sad, because is that the part I died on before? I don't think it was, but... So anyway, never heard the Mushroom Kremling get like an actual good fan name that started with a K or anything. So I was just like trying to think of one, and I just like looked up types of mushrooms that exist. And literally, you know, I'm not a mushroom expert. I don't know what types of mushrooms are out there besides just like the really famous ones. So I looked up mushroom types, and one of the first ones I saw was there's a mushroom called a Crimini mushroom. And it's spelled C-R-I-M-I-N-I, but it can also be spelled C-R-E-M-I-N-I. So it could be just, his name could be Kremini, just K-R-E-M-I-N-I, and it's just literally perfect. And I'm just, that's just the Mushroom Kremling's name to me now. It's perfect. You gonna give this to me? Okay, thank you. Victor gave me a Davis for good luck. Hmm? Mm-hmm. Yes? Yeah? Are you looking for something in particular? I got that from, like, Fangamer. What are you looking for? What? It was on the like, magnet thing on the back of my desk. I don't know, just- I'll put it back later. You're, like, knocking stuff off. What are you looking for? Okay. Victor interlude. You know what? Okay, there's gotta be a better way through this here. I missed the K! That's no good. Oh no. What's past- oh. Neat. There's like a second exit? There's a secret exit in this level? What is this, Super Mario World? Okay, neat. There's a secret exit, but I don't think it like actually takes you a different direction or anything. That's why this... The fucking crab! I remember the crab really distinctly from last time, but I forgot about it until now. This crab is so good. Okay. That's why this world is so good, because there's less bonuses to worry about. It's just a bunch of swimming levels. Yeah, this is now the... Just imagine a world of Kremlings without Ks at all. Their gimmick is actually they just like drop the first letter of whatever word it is. It's just King Rule. No, it's just Ing Rule. He's from Metroid Prime 2 now. Wow! Alright. Instead of... In this world, this starfish too. Okay, these levels are awesome. In this world, you don't get Crusha, you just get Russia. And you don't get Clump, you just get Lump. And so on. I don't know, I'm trying to think of funnier ones, but I think I just found the funniest ones right off the bat. Yeah, these are nice starfish. They're just chilling. Starfish are one of the funniest animals to me to like see at an aquarium, because you know, they don't like really have like all of their arms and legs are like equal. It's not like they have arms and legs and a head or whatever, but when you see them sitting there in a position in an aquarium, it's really easy to like anthropomorphize them and see them as just like a little dude who's just like chilling, and it always just looks like they're just sitting there, or they're just like slumped over, like they're just in a really funny position. Like, I have a good starfish picture that I took when I was at the aquarium a couple years ago, and it just looks like a guy just like, you know that like meme picture of the guy from Red Letter Media where he's like sitting there in his like chair with the beer and he looks like he's got like the vacant expression on his face? That's what the starfish looks like. It's just like slumped over and it looks really defeated. Hi Typing Never, how's it going? I'm just hoping I can find all the Kong letters in this so I can save. Because I wasn't able to save on the last level. And I don't feel as good about going back to the first level here just to save. I mean, I could do it. It wasn't that bad, but... How do you backtrack worlds in this? Because I didn't see Funky or anything. I don't think... Is Funky in this game? How do you... Like, there has to be a way to go back to previous worlds so that you can, like, find stuff you missed. I didn't get the K! Bro, I'm in trouble. I gotta say, they did like a really cool job of the soundtrack in this game too, because they... Yes? Do you want to take him back now? Okay, are you... Can you let me... Hold on a second. What are you... Yeah, I know. Okay. Victor wanted this guy to be more visible if possible. Oh yeah, that's unfortunate too, cause Cass is just a kid, so... This is not helpful. What? I went through the floor! I found a secret. This is awesome. Okay, but how do I get out of here? Do I have to, like, go back? No, okay. This level was, like, really long. I don't know if I have DK or not. I do. Okay. I gotta get in there. I gotta get in the tires. Alright. Please tell me I'm near the end. Holy moly. I just want to move past this level because I want to, hopefully have another chance to... Is that hole, I guess, just the way out of the level? There's just, like, a hole there. They really can. You know, in the Donkey Kong Country novelization, it explains that On Guard gives them little, like, scuba barrels. Little breathing barrels. Alright, this one's gonna have a bonus because we're back on dry land. The surprise naughty. Even the Slippas make an explosion gunshot noise when they... It's the poop tornado! We finally made it! Great! Fantastic! I like that they pop out of a basket in this instead of, you know, like a toxic barrel. The poop tornado got stuck down here, so hopefully we don't really need its services that much. What is this? Is that like an urn? I don't know, that looked like something I could jump on, but apparently not. What if the poop tornado actually was a Kremling? Like, there's one just in there. You know, it's like, you know, like the Tasmanian devil from Looney Tunes. Just like becomes a tornado because he spins around really fast. It's just like a Kremling doing that. And he becomes the poop tornado. And his name is Crap. I don't like the poop tornado. I don't like jumping on it. I don't want to use it, honestly. I'm gonna try to lure it into the pit again so I can just jump past it. Yeah, I think I was talking about this soundtrack before I got distracted by many other things occurring, mostly my husband coming in or something, but it is really nice that they like sort of adapted it for the Game Boy so well, because, you know, I think a lot of these songs being more up-tempo, and having like more percussion and stuff. Oh, it's like a rolling urn that spits out snakes. That's kind of rad. But it makes up for the fact that, like, you know, the songs can't be as ambient and have as many, like, cool noises and stuff in them. So, like, obviously the original temple music was very, like, it was vibes. Oh, not this. But, you know, since they can't make it as vibesy on the Game Boy, they just made it more jammin' instead, which works really well. Now, if you think I'm just being real immature by calling it the poop tornado, like, haha, very funny, it kind of looks like a poop swirl, you didn't see the picture of it in the manual, because, boy, they sure made it brown and textured. I'm just getting out of here because I don't give a shit. I hope they didn't have any of the letters in there. They probably did, because that one was so long. It's probably like where the O was. Why is this floating? I keep forgetting you can't jump on those because they really look like you just... It's just like a basket. Now that I know what it is, it's just like a rolling basket. Don't tell me a giant gorilla can't jump on like a fucking like wicker basket full of snakes. And somehow the basket wins. You know, yeah, the O had to be in that bonus. The real shame is that I don't really have, like, any of my first Donkey Kong Land playthrough recorded. I don't even know if I have the end. If I do, it's, like, the literal very end of it. That was before I was saving whole playthroughs and stuff. But I'd really like to go back and see some of my first reactions to these things, because it's basically my first reaction all over again now, because I had forgotten so much of this. So it'd be interesting to see how similar my reactions to some of these things were. But we'll just never know now, sadly. What shape was that? Oh, I found the bomb! The bomb is just like a little barrel. It really is the barrel that DK brought with him in his backpack. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the beginning and save, because I haven't been able to save for like 3 levels now or something, and I'm very concerned. But this level was pretty easy. I don't remember where the letters were, but I don't think they were, like, hard to find or anything, so... We got Krusha. There's, like, so many good reasons to come back here to this delightful level. It's wonderful. Yeah, this I think is just another straightforward one. You just go through the level and you just like get the letters automatically. They're not even hidden in bonuses or whatever. We do have to deal with this tire, but this is not so bad because at least it's not over a pit, so I'm not gonna die. Wah. Literally, just before that slippa hit me, I was about to say, you know, one thing is I think after all this time, I'm slowly getting used to, like, the physics of this game, and I'm getting, like, a little bit more, like, comfortable with it, but then I, like, tried to move, and I couldn't move quickly enough before a snake ran into me, so, you know, never mind. I'm not really that much more used to it than I was at the beginning. Man, I'm gonna get used to playing this game by the end, though, and then I'm gonna go back to, like, the smoothness of Donkey Kong Country by comparison, and it's gonna feel like too much for me. I'm not gonna be able to handle it. This guy jumps so high! Wah! Alright. I don't need to do that. I hope the last letter's not in the bonus. It might be, actually. I should just jump in there. This was a fun one anyway. Okay, it wasn't, but worth doing. Does jumping out of a roll conserve my momentum? I want to say it does, because it... Well, okay, this is a swimming level, but, like... I don't know, it feels weird. It does. But it just doesn't feel as, like, fast or smooth or good as, like, Donkey Kong Country would. It just feels like you're being kind of, like, pulled down or slowed down or something. Okay. I was able to save, and on that note, I think I am going to end for the night because I am starting to get a little tired. And, you know, my eyes are also getting tired, but we will pick this up, and the nice thing is that I don't have to wait. You know, since we're in the middle of playing a game, I'm not gonna, like, wait a whole week to pick this back up again. I'll try to still do the extra stuff, like looking at, you know, extra materials and reading the novelization and stuff. I'll save that for whatever weekend after I beat this game, but, you know, I'll play this during the week and hopefully beat it, but I'm not sure, because you know, I know the levels near the end get really annoying, so... Or, you know, I don't even think it was the levels near the end so much as the levels that were kind of... Also, did anyone tell me that my music thing was still up the whole time? It doesn't block the gameplay at all, so that's fine. It's not even the levels at the end so much as, like, the levels kind of 2/3 or 3/4 of the way in, where it's, like, the cloud levels and stuff that I remember just being really awful. But they do get, like, pretty interesting. You know, like, this world is already a lot more interesting than the first, just because it's more, like, aesthetically diverse than stuff we had seen in Donkey Kong Country. And, even the underwater levels are a little bit different, because they got those silly crabs and the silly, starfish and stuff, so there's some interesting stuff coming up for sure. But I will probably play some more on, I want to say Wednesday? Probably Wednesday. Tomorrow, Victor might stream some more SOCOM, and he's got Snide Sunday going on, but I'll probably be back Wednesday. If anyone told me about it, I missed it, but if I leave my music thing up in the future, you gotta let me know. Don't worry, I won't think it's rude to point it out, because I want to know when I've done stuff like that. Oh, sound effect time. Okay, let me mute the game. The Captain K. Rool letter, always a good one. And then this one's for Dreamer. That was a Diddy juggling. Diddy juggling his balls. That's the sound that makes. There you go. You know, some of the sound effects we got tonight, I gotta say, were a little bit disappointing overall, so I'll give you a good one to end it out. And on that note, I'm tired, so I'm just gonna go to bed. You know, sorry to end somewhat abruptly tonight, but this game kind of takes it out of me. So I will see you all hopefully Wednesday, and we will keep going. And I will try to get the last episode uploaded onto YouTube before then, but we'll see, because Like I said, I gotta do a little bit of extra editing this time, so, you know, it's still up on Twitch, so if you missed the episode where we were talking about the concept art and stuff, that was really cool. If you want to look into it, it's still on my Twitch, so you can go check it out. But anyway, I will see you all soon. Good night.